Hi guys, welcome to another video. Hope you're all keeping well. Now for this video, I'd just like to do a horror movie review of a movie that I watched just last night, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. It's from 2018, and it's a British horror movie, and it's called Crucible of the Vampire. Now, before I say anything else about the movie and give me thoughts on it as a whole, I'll just read you the plot synopsis at the back, just to give you a general idea. Now, this is described as a modern British Gothic with Men Behaving Badly star Neil Morrissey and Aaron Jeff Coase. Now, it tells the story of Isabel, who's a young university researcher, and she's sent to a country manor house in rural Shropshire to verify an ancient artefact that a family has uncovered during the renovation of their home. However, the artefact has a cursed history, and it soon becomes apparent that the house holds a dark secret. While Isabel sets to work verifying the object, she becomes the obsession of the owner's dangerous daughter, Scarlett, and they develop a strange sexual attraction. Oh, missus. A chance finding of a 200-year-old journal confirms Isabel's suspicions that the family are not the only residents of the house, and that there is something much darker lurking within its foreboding walls. Uncovering the truth, she finds herself trapped in the clutches of the house's malevolent occupants. So there you go, guys. That's a plot synopsis of this great British horror movie, Crucible of the Vampire, which, as I say, watched last night and I thoroughly enjoyed from start to finish. It's got everything in it what I like in a horror movie. It's got atmosphere, the big old Gothic country house and that, and it's got like interesting characters. You know, this family and that. It's got a great female protagonist as well. Yeah, in the form of this lady here. Yeah, I say she's sent to this big Gothic house and that to sort of like uncover the other half of this cauldron. The museum's got one half, but she's been sent down because the family want it, and that apparently they want it like for their financial gain and that, because they think it could be valuable. So she sets to work, like, you know, unearthing this half of this cauldron. But it's got a very dark history, because it's something to do with it also ties in with the theme of witch finding in the Middle Ages and that, and you know, necromancy. So it's got a very dark history, this artifact, and it does actually show you a couple of flashbacks from the you know, the Middle Ages and that, and it's like these characters and that, and a witch finder like Matthew Hopkins and that. I won't give away too much of it, because I don't want to spoil it for you. Because if you like a good British horror movie, I highly recommend you get yourself a copy of Crucible of the Vampire. Lovely picture quality, great story, and I said the characters, they're really creepy. I mean, you've got like this girl, the daughter in the house and that, you know, Scarlett. She's very reminiscent of you know, the Hammer movies, the Carmilla Karnstein, because she's got that like sort of like creepy aspect to it and that. And then you've got the father, Carl. Oh, he's very dark character. You know, he really is, and that he's very stern and that, and he's obsessed with you know, the female protagonist Isabel, unearthing this artifact and that, you know, and he's very he doesn't want it taken away either, because when she actually does unearth it, he doesn't want to take it back to the museum. No, he said, it's staying here. So you start wondering, why is he so keen to keep it like within the confines of the house? He doesn't want to take now. So what Isabel has to do, she has to get on the phone to her boss at the curator of the museum, and to say, like, you know, Carl doesn't want it, you know, we want to sort of like bring him down. He said, oh, that's strange and that. All right, he said, we'll send it down. So he sends it down and that, yeah. And of course, all hell breaks loose, yeah. But very fine. Very fine British horror movie. Yeah, it's fantastic. It really is, yeah. It's got the DVD as well with this and that. But your lovely picture quality, the British countryside of Shropshire. As I say, in many ways, it's very reminiscent of some of the Hammer movies, because it's got the vampire aspect, and it's also got the occult aspect, you know, to do with satanic worship and that, you know, this cult and that. I won't give away too much about it, but it just got those two Hammer themes, the vampire theme and the occult like movies like The Devil Rides Out, all tied in together, and it makes for a great enjoyable horror brew, guys. This, I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I'm definitely keeping this in my collection. It's a fantastic release, it really is, yeah. You know, I say, if you like a good British horror movie, I think you will enjoy Crucible of the Vampire. Yeah, I say great acting all around and that, the family and that even the mother's creepy and that, because because you've got the father Carl, you've got the mother, and then you've got the daughter Scarlett and that. And it's also got like a haunted house theme tied in as well, because you've got this apparition and that, when Isabel stays over for a couple of days while she's sort of like unearthing this artifact and that, and she starts witnessing strange things in the middle of the night and that, and she at the next day at breakfast, I won't give away too much of it, she asks Scarlett, were you wandering around in the early hours, and she calls Scarlett, denies it and that. So you've got like this haunted house aspect going on, this ghostly theme. It's all tied in. The vampire theme, the vampire theme, the occult theme, and then the paranormal theme, all rolled into one. Makes for a great movie, guys. And as I say, it's not many people know about this movie. I only stumbled across it by seeing it on a trailer, because I like going through some of the horror movie trailers to see if there's any new horror movies or ones that I may have missed. And when I saw this, I thought to myself, "Oh, that sounds right up my street." Crucible of the Vampire. It takes me back to the good old days of the 70s Hammer movies and that, the likes of Lust for a Vampire, movies like that, and in the late 60s, The Devil Rides Out, and then, of course, Christopher Lee's vampire movies and that, yeah. But it's, granted, that the story takes a while to build it in regard to the vampire theme, so it takes a while to build up to the vampire theme, but when you see the vampires, guys, oh, tell you, yeah. Okay, guys, well, on to me rating now for Crucible of the Vampire. No hesitation, a full 10 out of 10 with this fantastic British vampire occult movie. Yeah, enjoyed everything about it. Good solid storyline, well acted, and that lovely scenery, the British countryside and that. The house is really creepy, big gothic house in the middle of the woods and that. And and even some of the villagers, when Isabel goes for a pint in the pub, some of the villagers a little bit, we don't really know about them. So you've got that as well. You've got that mystery in that. Oh yeah, it's a great movie. And I think I'll be watching it again in a few weeks' time. Yeah, and Neil Morrissey as well. He's really on the money, playing the like the gamekeeper and that. So he's got a bit of a tragic secret in that, with something to do with his father and that. And he in the house and that. But I won't give away too much about that. I'll let you see the movie for yourself, yeah. So I say I thoroughly enjoyed Crucible of the Vampire, and it's great to see a modern British horror movie, sort of like evoking the style of the 70s and 60s British horror movies that I grew up with, and I love to this day. It's great to see it. I thought to myself, if Christopher Lee was alive, he most probably could have made a guest appearance in this, yeah, because it's got that kind of ambience, and the houses are all rambling. Oh, inside it's just, it seems to be endless. It's like one big labyrinth, all the dark corridors and that. Oh yeah, it's great. This is full of atmosphere, this movie. So if you like your vampire movies with some occult aspects thrown in, and the haunted house theme, get yourself a copy of Crucible of the Vampire. It's a great story, and the ending as well is very good as well. Yeah, really entertaining. Yeah. Okay, guys, that's it. That concludes my review of the British horror movie Crucible of the Vampire. Have you seen this movie? What did you think of it? Let me know in the comments down below. Yeah, you can't beat a good vampire story. And this, I'd rather watch anything like this. I'd rather watch vampires like this than these slushy ones, the likes of what you see in Twilight and that. I absolutely hate them because they're not scary. They're not like the Hammer vampires. This brings vampires back, guys, into the scary mode. It really does. Very, very dark movie. And yeah, I must say the two ladies and that are very, very attractive and that, Scarlett and Isabel. Yeah, lovely looking girls and that, yeah. And as I say, the other cast and that, Carl, the father who's the head of the household, oh, he is one stern swine. He really is, yeah. Okay, I'll leave it there now, guys, yeah. Okay, well, that's it then. Usual, if you like the video, leave your comments down below. And enjoy the rest of the Easter, what's left of it. And it all going well. I'll talk to you all again soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.